Alright guys, I got some great news, and it pertains to me, my health, and motorcycling all into one fabulous package. Let's go and roll that intro, and I will let you know what the HE double hockey sticks I'm talking about. That says hell. Roll the intro. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have struck a deal. So for the last few years, kind of went back to the passing my dog video, but for the last few years I've really struggled with my weight, to the point where I know it's not good when you're bending over to tie your shoe and you're kind of out of breath. I chuckle, but it's really kind of serious. But I have made a deal. I've made a deal to where if I can lose about 110 pounds, which that's not even a goal weight, but if I can lose 110 pounds, I've been given the clearance to get another motorcycle. Hot diggity dang, I never thought that deal would ever come up, but my wife and I were talking about it. She wants to lose weight for herself so she can get a hot tub. She said if I can lose the astronomical amount of 110 pounds, which the goal is by next October to hit that. Now if I don't hit it at that time, the deal's not off the table. I just have to keep going until I hit the 110. So the point of this video actually is time to start thinking about that next motorcycle. We're at that point where the research can begin, and it's a reality now. She said maybe we should write it down. I was like, we'll remember. Well, I'm sure she still remembers it because we just talked about it like a couple days ago. But video documentation of it right now that we made this deal. So if you forgot about it, honey, and it's October 2021, I hope you're watching this as I'm on my motorcycle and you can't be mad at me. But as far as next bikes, I know we've talked about next bikes a few different times before on the channel. You know, the opinion always just kind of changes with the season, really. Now the one thing is, I am not getting rid of the Dyna. The Dyna is staying, and the Dyna will still probably be my main go-to bike. It's just, to me, it's that overall comfortable and stylish, I guess you could say, that there's no way I would ever get rid of this thing. I say no way ever, but I'm sure there's circumstances that would apply, and my life is not going good if that's the case. Faux sigh. So the current three that I'm looking at, and I'll start with my number 3, work my way up to number 1, and see what your guys' opinions are of the bikes. A lot of you guys ride these bikes or similar things, so feedback is definitely welcome on this subject. Number 3 on my list of next possible bikes would be the Electric Glide Standard. Now the video I did a few months back about this motorcycle, where it's basically Harley's blank canvas, that still holds true. And this could be, what I want the next bike to be is something more utilitarian. The Electric Glide Standard does offer that, but it offers it in a stripped down format, which is what I want. I don't want my stereo blasting in my ear. I don't need those sort of creature comforts, if that's what you call those. I still want a bare bones motorcycle with maybe some storage to go along with it. So that's the first one, the Electric Glide Standard. Now the problem with that motorcycle is it has the 107. And the 107 is still a capable motorcycle. It can still hold its own with most motorcycles that Harley produces. But the fact that I know that there's a 114 sitting out there on some of these other bikes makes me kind of want to go for those if I'm paying $18,000 for a new motorcycle. So I'm not saying I'm talking myself out of it, but some things would have to change, whether maybe it's I buy it used and it's a lot cheaper, something along those lines. That would have to be the determining factor for the electric glide standard. Number 2 on my list comes thanks to my brother and his bad influence, and that would be to get a new Road King, preferably the Road King Special. Now, this is the highest price point bike, I think, out of the 3. It comes in starting new at around $22,000. That's more than I want to spend for a motorcycle, so definitely going to have to be on the used market for that. But what I like about the Road King is it's got really nice and big saddlebags. They're paint matched, and it's a very comfortable bike for me to sit on. I've sat on my brother's a couple times. I took it around the block once a couple of years ago, and it fit my stature. Now, maybe if I'm 110 pounds different, my stature has changed, which it very well could. That's why we're making this list now, and we'll revisit it in 3. I said 3 years. Oh no, next year. Besides that, I do like the blacked out look of the engine casings and the exhaust with the special. But at the same time, it's one of those things, it's like, my brother's already got one. Maybe I want something that he doesn't have. Because, you know, I mean, we both have, you know, he now has retreated back to his Dyna. He found his old one for sale and purchased it. So we both got 09 Dynas. We both don't need 17 Road Kings either. So that one's probably not going to make the ultimate list, but it's up there just from the comfort aspect of it. So the number 1 bike that I am leaning towards is the Softail Heritage, and let me tell you why. What I liked about the Heritage kind of is the same thing I liked about the Sport Glide, which we're not going to get into the Sport Glide. I know those just aren't good bikes from what I've been told, blah, 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 blah. Haven't ridden one. My opinion is neutral. But the cool thing about a Sport Glide was the fact that everything is detachable, and when you detach it, it leaves you with a clean motorcycle. Looks like, you know, you're just rocking as a bar hopper. The Heritage does the exact same thing, but Harley won't advertise that. But it does. It takes a little bit longer. It takes about 10 minutes start to finish, but it is possible to be done. The front windshield, quick detach. I probably wouldn't even keep the Harley windshield. I don't have good luck with those things. The bags, the important part here, they're leather bags, so they're not paint matched. That's kind of a little bit of a turn off, but that's all right. But the bags are held on by 2 T50 Torx bolts, and so Torx bolt 1, 2, it comes right off. What I always thought with all these saddlebag bikes is there's a bracket that was always left behind. Not on the Heritage. You strip that thing down, it basically looks like a Fat Boy when you're all said and done. So that's why that one's currently up there, because it can look really sleek, really clean, or you could bag it up and go on the longer trips. It's quote-unquote classified as a touring bike with Harley Davidson, but let's be real, it's on the Softail frame. I don't know what their marketing is thinking of on that, but I digress. What are your guys' thoughts on those 3 bikes, or other bikes in general? I mean, there's most likely going to be a new motorcycle in our garage within the next year that is not mine, and it most likely won't be a Harley Davidson either. After I test ride said bike, that is not mine, I might find that I want something along those lines, which my wife would be all about, because those would be so much cheaper. I don't know, that's about all I got for my potential 3. If you have any other suggestions, feel free to post them in the comments below. I'll go ahead and let you guys go here, and I do appreciate it. Post your comments down below, and as always, I will catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way. Chopper Fit out. See ya!